Hello everybody and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting the Wind Waker Randomizer Spoiler Log Tournament. We've got Group B for you today. It's ArtemisMyths versus ShizukaNakano. I hope I said that right. Commentating for us, we have Rick the Husky and Blondie Panda. Say hello everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
Alrighty, well, we should be getting started here very shortly. Looks like they're inputting right now. And I hope everyone's Saturday's been going so far. Going well. How's your Saturday going, Rick?
It's going pretty good. Get to watch a really fun race. Hopefully, it won't be as bad as some of the early races, because I've been watching in on some of them, and me myself personally, it's been either really good seeds or really long ones.
Yeah, I've seen that. They range from anywhere a little over an hour to 2. So this should be, we'll see. Maybe if there's no Tachi. If there's no Tower of the Gods, then maybe.
That's what everyone hopes for.
Oh yes, everyone hopes. Well, I hope for the DRC Forbidden Woods and then FF in one of the temples.
That's optimized, I believe.
Looks like the race is starting in 8 seconds. 6, 5, 2, 1, and they're off. Starting out on one of the eye reefs. Is that 6-eye, 3-eye? I can't really tell. It's one of the eye reefs though.
Not sure, I only ended up catching one of the eyes.
I saw 3 cross. I don't know. Oh, they're at 6-eye. They're at 6-eye. That's where they started.
Good call.
So both runners are starting off their adventures at Windfall.
Oh, looks like Artemis is going
to Northern Ferry.
Northern Ferry.
I wonder what Northern Ferry has, because I have no idea, and I've not looked up the spoiler log or anything.
Neither have I, so this is going to be a surprise for everybody.
I like to be surprised for the spoiler log races. I don't want to spoil myself too much.
We got to keep up with the viewers.
Of course, we need to be as less in the know as they are.
Exactly.
Shizuka rescuing that Tingle guy there. Getting Maggie's letter. I wonder what Maggie's letter could have in it. What does Maggie have for us today? She usually has nothing good for me. And Nehru's. I wonder if that's going to be needed. Is Tower of the Gods in this seed? It is. At least the entrance is possible.
Sure, that could lead somewhere to.
And Artemis
getting power bracelets. So possibly ET or ET entrance is in logic. Then also maybe Savage? Or at least entrance-wise,
yeah,
not yet.
I've seen a lot of the spoiler log races, Savage being an entrance to one of the dungeons. A lot. So, it's possible. Doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot of here on Windfall.
Shizuka looks like they are also rupee grinding, so either Beetle or possibly Zunari might have something.
Could be Zunari, for sure. With him collecting as many rupees as he is, I'm going to go ahead and think, or he's doing it for the postage as well, but I'm going to put my hands on Zunari. With as many rupees as he collected. Or both. Artemis is at a platform. Looks like they are going to. Oh.
Stella, you're.
Chest up here and then get maybe.
Maybe chest storage?
I'm guessing so. putting one of the pots on top of it.
They were practicing that earlier.
They were. I was looking before the stream was put up that they were practicing for that. And that looks like to be what they are doing. You got this, Artemis.
No, what you were looking at there was the great trick of RNG manipulation on Windfall. Waiting for Mila, and then if you happen to bounce up and down enough times on the staircase, then it brings you good fortune, as you can see with the Master Sword that Shizuka just got.
It's having a bit of trouble. Pot may be too far onto the chest. I'm thinking the pot's too far on the chest. It needs to be brought closer to the edge. Okay, maybe not. Maybe they finally got it up. Go, Artemis, go! Oh.
Oh.
I've never done it with pots, so I can only imagine how hard it is.
Seems definitely harder than bomb bag storage.
Mm-hmm. Shizuka now heading into Northern Fairy. He will grab his power bracelets.
Still very curious what Artemis is trying. Oh, it looks like they're trying to get storage off of the small edge there.
Yeah. Hoping the pot drops them.
Looks like they're gonna reset.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they reset.
And Shizuka going to DRI.
Heading into DRI Cave. Yep. He's going straight into DRI Cave, which leads to Forbidden Woods. I love Forbidden Woods.
Skullhammer, first chest.
That's all he came in for now. Just wanted that skull hammer.
Ooh. Double dip situation.
Yeah.
They
Luckily,
have Master Sword and Skullhammer, so Forsaken Fortress, we've been updated, is in logic, so
it is. It's just having a lot of trouble. That storage drop.
they finally
Oh,
got it.
they finally got it! Good job,
Very
Artemis!
nice. Very nice.
Little bit of a time loss, but they still have plenty of time to make up for it. Plenty of time. They're taking said storage over to Bird's Peak, it looks like. So I wonder what's inside the entrance of Bird's Peak.
Maybe it was a huge time save. That way they didn't have to enter Cliff Plateau, go through all that trouble.
Especially if Cliff Plateau doesn't have anything in it, and where the entrance would be. Shizuka is now at Thorn Ferry.
It's like the fairies are fairly popular this seed.
Looks to be. There you go, Artemis. Alright, Artemis is finally in Bird's Peak entrance. Which leads... Oh my god, that's horrible.
Oh no.
No wonder they couldn't go to Cliff Plateau. Cliff Plateau is in Bird's Peak. Oh.
That's... Oof.
Oh. Oh, and Shizuka getting Leaf out of Thorn Ferry. That is Poggies.
Very nice.
FF now? Possibly? Nope.
Nope. Going back to Forest Haven.
I haven't gone up left side of cliff in such a long time.
Me either.
I've avoided out way too many times from that side. Shizuka... boating course? Yep. He's going into boating course. Setting the wind just right. I believe Artemis is going to take the storage over to Thorned, and they're gonna get their leaf. Poggy print. Boating course leaves the pog print.
How poggers is the print going to be today?
Rupee mail must be important.
And...
Poggy print very poggers today.
Oblins
Goblins
letter.
Man, Maggie, you're just popular today.
It looks like delivery bag is going to be a hot item in this race.
Be so. For at least 2 out of the 4 that you normally need delivery back for, maybe 3 if Zunari is required. Artemis
Yes.
getting their leaf out of Thorn Ferry now.
That's set up for Thorn Fairy though.
Beetle looks like he does have something. What do you got there, Beetle? You got Picto.
Picto.
So either Linzo's house or Pompey and Veer are gonna be required this seed.
So, mail check. What's our friend Beetle gonna have in the mail for us today? A bottle.
Bottle for Gamma.
Now is Outset going to have something, or is Shizuka going for just the fairy?
Wonder if it's more of a time save to if Outset Ferry has nothing to just get the ferry here at the outset, or go to Mother and Child, get that ferry, and come back. I feel like it'd be roughly the same time.
I would say so. I mean, both of them are going for Outset Ferry, so maybe might have something there.
Yeah, and Artemis doesn't have a bottle. They don't have a bottle yet, so. When did Artemis get a bow?
Might have been the
Cliff. It had to be
storage
Cliff.
chest.
So it looks like Artemis stored a bow chest at Cliff's at some point.
And let's see if this ferry has anything. Outset Ferry has bombs. Very nice.
Bombs are very nice.
And grabbing a ferry, so grandma save?
Could be required, or just wanting the soup. Soup is quite nice.
And you can't blame them either. You're on Outset already, you've already gone to the Great Ferry. It's not really too much of a time loss, just going ahead and grabbing it while you're here.
Agreed.
And it might be just for soup. Unless our Artemis
Doesn't
might
have
come back.
Artemis doesn't have a bottle. So. But it could be. Artemis may not get soup in their seed. I don't know.
Now Artemis doing windfall things.
Grabbing Maggie's letter, and they will be grabbing Nehru's pearl.
Hide items. And Shizuka
Bomb
with the
mail.
hook shot.
Bomb mail having hook shot.
Does grandma have anything? Den's pearl.
Din's pearl.
Very nice.
So it's safe to assume that Tower of the Gods entrance could have something that they need. They are entering the Savage entrance, which leads to Cabana.
Looks like Outset is very useful in this race.
Very, very useful. Great Fairy had bombs, Grandma had Din's Pearl, and Savage led to Cabana.
believe
first
Artemis.
pearl. So Grandma was hard required this seed.
Ah. And we were updated with the spoiler log, and Tachi does in fact lead to something very important.
I didn't look again. I'm trying to stay spoiler free.
I won't give too many hints away, but it is indeed hard required to get all the pearls.
Artemis doing their squats, waiting on slow Mila. Another
Yes.
great berry.
Artemis getting their first sword.
Hoggies. Looks like great fairies really are hard required this seed. This is the third great fairy. Fourth great fairy. The only one they haven't gone to has been Southern.
Yeah,
Fairy's loaded today.
very loaded.
Another sword.
Another sword.
Linzo. We've been holding out on us. It can be nice for Forbidden Woods for sure. Especially if you don't know the bow or bomb trick for Calidamos.
Absolutely.
And it's really nice to have to not waste your bombs and bow getting through Forbidden Woods, I will say.
Yeah, having boomerang really helps out with your resources.
It looks like Pompey and Vera do have something indeed.
No,
They
pick
have
up
Deluxe Picto. Picto leading to Picto.
So Mineko has something. What does she have? The last sword.
Sword.
Wow.
Poggies. So full sword for Artemis.
Two swords on Windfall. And getting their hook shot.
Actually, all three swords were on Windfall. Mila, Picto, Linzo, and the other Picto.
Wow.
So 2 Pictos and a Mila. Check.
Oof.
The best commentators in the nation. Hello, Meeson. How are you doing?
Yeah, Windfall be kind of loaded though. 2 Pictos, 3 swords. All the Pictos leading to a sword.
And it still looks like Windfall could still be loaded with Shizuka, who has Maggie's letter and Malvin's letter. So once delivery bag is gotten, we'll see how much more loaded Windfall actually is.
Very true.
But they are now both in Forbidden Woods. doesn't look to be that Forbidden Woods has too much. Shizuka heading straight into the double Mothula room.
Maybe it's just the Triforce shard.
Could be.
It's quite strange how similar the runs have been comparative-wise in the routing. Only the beginning was a little different as compared to what they're up to now.
Mm-hmm. Second try.
Shizuka getting
Bomb drop.
Bomb drop. Going straight for Calidemos. And we'll be picking up a shard here in a few moments. Now, this honestly might be a slight advantage with Boomerang as compared to Artemis with bombs, but it looks like they are going.
Well, looks like Forbidden Woods does have something.
So maybe Shizuka is getting Triforce Shard and then going back through the dungeon.
Forbidden Woods has another Triforce shard.
Two
Did
shards.
Shizuka open up the warp pod at the top? If not, otherwise they're gonna have to go through the whole first part again.
Right. I don't.
That's a
think
little
they
annoying to
did.
do. That's a little annoying to do. Shizuka did just finish with Calidemos, just grabbing their shard. Forbidden Woods with another Triforce shard. So that is
Three shards. Wow.
Nope, Shizuka just left. Do the warp. Is he gonna come back in? Because there's two shards here. You mean no? He's leaving. That's not good. That's not good. Shizuka, please tell me that you know there's two shards in Forbidden Woods on top of Calidemos' shard.
Ooh.
I guess we'll find out. If he doesn't come back, that gives Artemis a slight advantage. Because they grabbed theirs. Oh, the beloved. Cyclos? Cyclos have something? He did open the pot? Okay. I guess he's coming back later. There you go, Artemis.
Not sure if it's just me, but there's something about bomb bag storage in these spoiler log seeds. It seems like every time you try to do it, because see, I know it's a lot of people, and myself included, did like the little turnaround trick. But for some reason, it seems like that we all get stuck.
Stuck? How?
Like, doesn't really do the fall animation. It's just like there's something on top of the chest that keeps your feet planted.
Ah.
I think Woofer threw in some adhesive or something on top of the chest.
I don't think he did all that, but it's a possibility. Oh, and then a beloved shard Arc Island entrance always leading somewhere that you need.
At least it's early.
Artemis is having a little bit of trouble with Callie here in the bombs.
And Shizuka getting into Shark Island, that leads to Bomb Island.
Ew.
Everyone's favorite.
Grossest entrance to the grossest cave.
I would say second gross. I would say Bomb Island entrance is probably the grossest entrance.
There you go, Artemis. Finally finishing up Kelly Deimos
Very
with
nice.
bombs.
Just about to get their third shard. Which I believe might give them a small advantage.
Luca's gonna have to come back and get those 2 shards, so.
Right. Plus Artemis has full sword, fire and ice arrows.
Oh. They do have fire and ice arrows. I actually did not see that. Quarter of a heart left.
Ooh, calling it close for sure.
Bait bag. Bait bag for.
Probably Bird's Peak. They might not know any skips to get in there early.
Oh. That's unfortunate to have to do Bomb Island for that. But that looks to be the case.
Yeah, it looks like I'm about to head up that way now.
I remember when I did Bird's Peak, you know, the vanilla way that you're supposed to do it.
Honestly, I don't think I've done that since I played through the game vanilla.
I did it the first few seeds before I figured out you could use storage. That storage was actually a thing, and I actually learned how to do it. Then I haven't done it since. Goes to appreciate how much storage is great.
Oh, absolutely.
I could never play through this game vanilla again the normal way.
I was actually watching one of my friends stream the vanilla game last night, and I realized after playing the randomizer for so long, and I'm pretty sure a few others feel the same, but you just go back and it's like, oh man, I completely forgot this was a thing.
I also saw that you had mentioned that Cabana Deed Skip in the vanilla game is different than in the randomizer.
Indeed, it's a little tweaked, because in the randomizer we're used to, getting Wind Waker storage, hook shotting to the chest on top, and then getting that storage. But since how Lago has it set up to where there's no cutscenes when opening overworld chests, there's nothing that happens in the randomizer. But in the vanilla game, there's still that chest opening cutscene, so it's really weird. Everything turns black, and then you really can't do much along with that. So you actually have to store King of Red Lions text before you open up the chest.
Oh, I totally forgot about the animation.
It's just one of those things, playing the randomizer for so long, and it's like, oh yeah, I forgot this was a thing. Looks like Shizuka came with a backup plan, and I believe he bought more pairs just in case.
He bought 3. He must not know pear dupe. Because you can pear dupe the same way you soup dupe. And save yourself some money on buying pears.
Just save money and resources in general. It's like recycling in a way.
Exactly. Artemis is in Tower of the Gods.
Ooh. One place we were really hoping that they weren't going to be in, but...
It doesn't, at least so far, look, at least not the floor 1, having anything important. So we'll see if Tower of the Gods is a go-modable dungeon go-modable, air quotes, Or not. I put that up in air quotes. And honestly, if Tower of the Gods is go mode in a seed, it's not that bad. You do save a little bit of time.
Cutscenes.
I know it's the cutscenes, but at least if you don't have to check all those checks, it's not as long feeling as a full clear.
Very, very true.
Shizuka grabbing his fire and ice arrows. Cutscenes!
Oh, cutscenes.
Grab your gas-powered pogie snack while we wait for the cutscenes.
You just go grab a drink, grab some popcorn. You can probably watch
Cutscene
half
will
a season
still won't be over by the time you make it back.
Nope. Turn on some Netflix. By the time you make it through half a season of whatever you're watching, then it might be about halfway over.
Maybe. Grapple is
Ooh.
behind the command slab. At least that's not an out of the way check. That is a you have to grab that check whether it has something or not. So it's quite nice.
Very nice, actually.
I think getting Tachi out of the way now is honestly a smart move.
The sooner the better, honestly. Honestly, I'm not sure if anyone enjoys Taiji. I mean, I don't have much room to say because I like Savage, but
The Savage
at least Savage
enthusiast
doesn't have
here.
any cutscenes.
But 50 floors. 50 floors. Rick.
It's about the same time as getting through Taiji, so.
Eh.
Artemis
That's
is
a
getting
monk-ass
melody
way
skip.
of command skip, but that's awesome.
Phew. Kind of puts you on the edge of your seat seeing it that way, to be honest.
But when you do it so many times your own way, for somebody that doesn't do it, it seems monk-ass to us, but to them, it's natural.
It's
We've
easy.
learned what to look at on the wall. They've learned where to place the feet and everything. So.
Right, it's just muscle memory.
Exactly.
And Shizuka getting big key.
So Artemis will be doing big key skip here in Tachi because they did not grab big key. Not a bad placement for big key. It's not super out of the way.
No, not at all.
And for me, I have nothing but trouble getting bomb drop storage off the big key chest. Something in the floating platforms room.
Pretty nice snipes.
Very nice. Light arrows.
Ooh, light arrows.
Full sword and full bow for Artemis. Shizuka attempting 4-1 skip, I think, again. don't think he got it the first time.
There you go. Just had to find the
I
right
had
spot to
trouble
click
coming
it.
up before. The other day, I wouldn't come up, so I had to come back out and do it again. That darn BMOS.
That's one of the hated ones. Seems like everyone has trouble with that one specifically.
Mm-hmm. I actually started sidestepping when I grabbed those stones, or the command stone things. We getting their small key now, Shizuka. And making their way through Tachi.
So not too bad. It looks like just floating platforms room was about the only out of the way checks.
Mm-hmm. But it has light arrows. It's totally worth it.
Very worth it.
That's bless RNG for Artemis to get storage off the big key chest within the first try.
Fingers crossed.
'Cause even I have trouble with this. I've actually been trying the Wind Waker dive instead. Smart choice, Artemis. Bomb boost
Saving
in there.
magic.
You gotta save your magic. First try.
Very nice.
Alright. Bless RNG. Bless RNG.
Saving just in case. It's always nice to safety save.
I wonder if they know about the Wind Waker dive at all. Oh!
Nice.
Artemis got it. Third try.
Third time's a charm. Almost giving them a few issues, but they'll be making their way up next to the BMOS here now.
See, there's a fairy and like 3 hearts at the top for Tower of the Gods right before the boss door, so that's quite nice.
They'll be fine.
Oh.
Mm.
Take the damage. Alright, Artemis, don't forget to change the wind.
Okay.
Good job.
Whew.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't there one time you changed the wind when you got on the actual tower? Somebody did.
I think that was me.
And, oh, I was like, oh my god. Rick,
But-
what are you doing?
But you can do it on the tower. I figured that out.
You can, but it's
It's a
I
little
don't know.
Monka S.
It is a little Monka-esque. And Shizuka getting command skip very nicely.
Alright.
Good job, Artemis.
Nice, very nice.
Very nice Tachi big key skip. And with fire and ice arrows, they can one-shot the hands here. I've been having to do Godin. Oh, that, and sometimes RNG is just not great for the hands.
Not at all. Go just a little bit off the stage.
A little too far out there. Okay, hands, be nice. Too far out again.
Godin and the hands just aren't playing nice this round.
Godin's been a little bit of a mean butt lately. At least any seed that I've played, he's been rude. And I've had no fire ice arrows. So I've had to hit the hands twice, and sometimes they just don't want to go down.
No?
And Shizuka grabbing his light arrows. Oh.
Godin's just not having it.
No. But it's done.
Ooh.
Godin cucking you since 2002? 2003 when this game came out?
2003.
Except in the vanilla game, I didn't think he was that difficult to beat. But maybe... I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But this will be Artemis's 4th Triforce Shard.
Halfway done. They can go ahead and check off Tot G on their log list.
Longest dungeon? Checked.
Ooh.
Now they can go straight FF if they want to. We'll see what's on the route for next. And FF looks to be it.
You know, you play this game too much whenever you can read the minds of other runners.
Especially during a spoiler log race, because you really don't know. Because normally, if this had been a normal race, and they had gotten, at least me, if I got Master Sword and at least in Hammer, then I'd be coming straight FF.
It's usually a good first go-to once you get those items.
Either just defeating Phantom Ganon here for the chest storage, or there's something that Phantom Ganon has. Nice pink little ball he has there.
To be fair, that mother and child Super Swim can be a little manga-esque sometimes.
Oh, it can. For sure. And if you fail it, then you just give yourself, you just waste time. So unless you're like real confident in yourself of doing it, this is probably the safer bet. Shizuka having a little bit of trouble leaping over, but he got it.
And Pikachu has a skull necklace.
Imagine getting spoiled, guys. Artemis is going to reset the room. I understand that completely.
Oh yeah, can't blame him at all for that.
Nope. I will used to reset the room almost every time. Now I'm not as rush feeling as I used to be with the mini blends. But they are a pain in the butt.
Especially if you don't go for the bomb bag storage chest trick on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you do have to look for the stairs.
There you go, Artemis. Artemis not
Nice.
having too much trouble with bomb drop. They're usually getting it on 3rd to 4th try, which is nice. And Shizuka is in in Godin.
We are almost done with Tot G and as a whole for this race.
Hopefully, Godin won't give him too much trouble.
Maybe. Like Artemis, they might be setting up for the switch. Oh, right in the loading zone. Very nice.
They're trying to set themselves up to jump slash into the loading zone. And a beautiful Helmarock. I love that blue and green tail. Plus RNG for no soft lock, please.
Blue is one of the best colors, by the way. Especially on Hammerrock.
Mm-hmm. The purple's not bad looking either. Not on the tail, but I've seen Helmarock's face after you've taken off the mask. It's been purple and it was really pretty.
Like the darker purple.
Actually, it was the washed out purple, and usually I don't like the washed out colors on Helmarock, but it was a really pretty washed out looking purple. Kind of how those Bokoblins were, the lavender washed out purple. It was really pretty.
Ooh.
Godin's really pretty. He's got that lavender look too on him. The lights when he's lighting up.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I could ever call Godin pretty. I think the closest I get is pretty annoying.
Aw. I mean, yeah, the whole fight's annoying. For sure. Alright. Bless RNG. No soft lock. No soft locks allowed.
No softs.
They landed right there, which was a nice land.
Clean landing.
Come on.
Come
Come
on,
on.
there
Good
we
burb.
go.
That's a good burb. I love it when it's a good burb.
Very good verb.
Alright, and that is the end of Helmarock for Artemis.
Ooh.
Shizuka is back in Windfall. He must be grabbing his 2 other Master Swords, I'm going to assume.
I think mail also.
No delivery bag.
Very true.
So honestly, if this is the case, he probably unless delivery bag's in a bad spot, he probably should have gotten delivery bag for coming back here, because now he's gonna have to make another trip. It seems like. Oh, Shizuka doesn't know you don't need to go up the stairs anymore. I used to do it until somebody told me you don't have to do that unless you are doing like an all sanity and you have Lenzo's assistant on. That's the only time you gotta go up them stairs. There are some pretty cool pictures, Delicat, definitely.
Just Lenzo didn't get the ferry in Forest Haven.
Oh, maybe. Maybe delivery bags not required this seed? I say that because it's in Forsaken Fortress, actually. It's actually in the upper jail cell, lower jail cell of Forsaken Fortress. So maybe it really wasn't required.
Yeah, because looking into it, you don't even need any of the melodies.
You do not, well, yeah, you don't need any of the melodies, which I see.
Yeah, because neither Earth or Wind Temple are in Logic, and they both did command melody skip.
Then why did... See why Shizuka moved from Moblin's letter.
Artemis finds a key!
Man, I never knew there was a key there, did you?
No! It always surprises me in randomizers how these things work.
Right? It doesn't look like Moblin's letter is anything in this seed. I'm guessing Shizuka grabbed it by mistake. I'm not seeing it on here as needing anything, and if Artemis didn't grab delivery bag, then I'm going to assume delivery bag is not a thing. And Shizuka grabbing his last sword. Yep. There's a vanilla key. Pogi, of course.
Wait, that key's vanilla?
Artemis. Oh, there you go, Artemis. Sometimes shooting down that platform is annoying. It's usually just that first shot, though. There you go.
There you go.
Artemis has it. Both buying arrows. That is a very smart choice. After Tatji. And this is Artemis' last dungeon, too. They are just on a roll.
Oh, yeah.
All Artemis needs for go mode is this shard and 2 more. That's all they need. Zuka making his way into DRC as well.
They still haven't gone to Forsaken yet.
No, and he has to go back to Forbidden and get his
Very
other 2
true.
shards.
I hope that they didn't forget about the shards.
Hopefully, we'll find out. Maybe he routed it in differently.
Maybe?
Really nothing in DRC except for Goma here. Time to get storage.
Actually, there is something inside of DRC.
I didn't. I just glanced over it.
And Artemis is about to store it right now.
And I must have missed it.
They
Is
got
it another Triforce shard?
It is
going to
another
assume.
Triforce shard.
I'm gonna assume, considering that's all they need is Triforce shards.
It is indeed another Triforce shard. So
Ah, I see now. I see.
Artemis
need-
is at 6.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be 7 here, very shortly.
Triforce shards. Well, you do need that golden Dorito to get into Hyrule.
Golden Dorito.
Why have the goddesses forced us to do this for the painstaking task of collecting all the Dorito chips? Not sure.
And I know where the last one is as well, which I can understand leaving that one for last.
It makes the most sense.
It does. Exclamation ahead.
Honestly, all around, this is a very quick seed, honestly.
Thing super out of the way. There were no ankle was required, no delivery bag required. So, yeah. Nothing, like I said, nothing too out of the way either.
Honestly, if Artemis got the early game trick that they were doing, I believe they could have contested with Gem's time.
It's a definite possibility. And Goma did. D-E-D did.
Squash the bug.
Only Link had a ginormous foot. And he could just step on it. And it'd be dead.
Maybe he can swim around the ocean and maybe find the giant's mask.
Only one more Triforce shard for Artemis, which they will be going to get right now.
I believe they have to find 2 more things first.
Indeed. Oh, so that, okay. Yes, I see what you mean now. I know where it leads. Okay, that makes sense. 2 more things to get to the last thing.
Right.
I see.
And Shizuka finishing up the Goma fight.
And I imagine he'll be heading to FF after this, or going to get his shards from Forbidden Woods.
Really hope he didn't forget about those.
I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed and hope and pray that he did not. Oh, nice first try on getting the hammer there, Artemis. That is 4 Triforce shards for Suzuku. And one more pearl Artemis needs. For the
Dean's
Tower of the Gods
Pearl.
entrance. Oh, he is heading back. He was going to go back when he got to DRC.
Very, very interesting strat.
Artemis has to go get a ferry for Grandma and save Grandma. And then they will have their Din's Pearl.
Yep, Pogi, they do.
Yep. Taji entrance is a required entrance. Ew, driveway shard. Just do high rule skip, Kappa. Yay, grandma time, soup time. Wind Waker dived to Ganon's tower. Exactly. And all you gotta do, Pogi, is go complete the male mini game about 10 times and it'll come true. So always makes me happy when people save Grandma. Alright, Suzuka has 6 shards now, and might be heading to FF next, or he might be picking up the shard that Artemis is getting ready to pick up in a few minutes. But to continue the game, Pogi, you have to do it. You need Baito mail and Baito's mom mail, Kappa.
And
There's
Dean's Pearl.
Dean's Pearl. An EGL, which is not needed in this seed. Yay, EGL. And Shizuku did go to FF next. Yay. Actually, what Artemis is doing is probably the smartest thing. They're gonna go in there, get the shard, come out, and the portal will be right there. So, their routing choice was actually, I approve.
Very
And
smart.
it's Needle Rock. Yay, Needle Rock. And to the best island. Yes, Pogi. Unfortunately, my island was not needed this seed, Pepe of the Hands. But it's always loaded.
My island was definitely loaded.
It's always loaded. It's got soup.
Very true.
And there's the final shard for Artemis, and they will be making their way into Hyrule to defeat the dreaded Ganon. It's the Golden Dorito!
Dorito!
Unless Monka S.
And as we can see, Artemis doing everyone's favorite trick in every single run. The famous barrier skip skip.
Yeah, it's the barrier skip skip.
One of the longest and hardest tricks
Only
in the whole
true
game.
gamers know how to do it.
Exactly.
Time to whack the bird again. Bless RNG for no soft lock. First try storage. Very nice.
Very, very, very nice. And are we gonna have another good burb?
Looks like it.
Yes, we are.
Good Homerock burbs today. Very
Very
nice.
good burbs.
Alright, I was about to kick the crap out of Phantom Ganon here. For the last time. Bye bye, Phantom Ganon. That'll be Shizuka's 7th Triforce Shard, and all he has to do is go get his 8th from Needle Rock Cave, and he can make his way into Hyrule.
It's a very interesting routing choice still, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't necessarily say it was bad. I mean, the only thing I would have done is I would have opened up the warp pod at the top in the hub room.
Right.
So I wouldn't have to go back through that little bit. But other than that, it's not too horrible, for sure. They definitely took similar but not so similar routes.
There was a few times to where they were pretty close.
Mhm. I mean, they were in Forbidden Woods at the like basically same time. Tachi, relatively about the same time. Oh, nice snipe, Artemis.
Ooh.
Artemis, that is some nice snipes. Can we go for 3 for 3 here? Well, not 3 for 3, but 3 for 3 in a row at least.
Nice, very
Artemis.
nice. PG1.
Somebody's been practicing their PG1.
Yeah, they have.
Good job, Artemis. Very nice. Double crip. Double crip. I know, it's a lot of pressure. I can't even get a crip anymore.
It's gonna be a little bit of a toughie, but whew.
He can do it. I believe.
You got this, Artemis.
You got this. Double crip in the bag, right here. You still got a crip in the bag.
Still got a crip.
Coming. Come on, you can do it. You can get the crip. They were really close too. I thought they had hit the ball, but I think they were a little late.
Just a
Oh,
tad.
there's a dreaded swan face. That was creepy.
And,
So close! You were so close.
I think they had the timing. They were just a little bit to the left.
And that seems to be my problem too. I have the timing, but I'm always over too far.
And Shizuka making his way down to Hyrule.
Fairly close race, I will say.
Yeah, not too far off.
Even with the Shizuka not knowing every strat, still real close to Artemis. And here's PG3, the worm that gives the issue. When in doubt, use bombs. This is a race. This isn't for PB, this is a race. Use bombs, guys. I approve for this. Don't judge me.
I don't judge anyone's playstyles.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, that looks so close too. Might not be here. All right, we will, Pogi.
Come on, Artemis.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Got
Shizuka's
that thing.
breaking the barrier as we speak now and making his way into Ganon's tower. Overall, that was not a bad PG.
Mm-mm. And again, I really believe if Artemis didn't have the complications in the early seed, they definitely could have contended with Jim's PB time with these.
No. Good job, Artemis. Whew. That was so. Welcome on in, Tanjo. Pag Chomp. Right back at you.
Shizuka now making his way up Ganon's tower.
Yay, grapple skip. Everybody loves grapple skip, except for maybe Tanjo. Tanjo doesn't like grapple skip. Hey, he got it on his second try the other day. I give him that.
So close.
Love-hate relationship, exactly. At least you have the love relationship for Pog Slide. It just hates me.
And Artemis making
Isn't
their way to Ganon.
Very nice. Didn't get hit, so they will not have to drink soup again. Come on, Ganon. Yeah, do your little weavy thingies with your knives. Your butter knives. And come on, Zelda, let's not miss or hit poor Artemis here.
Zelda,
Apparently I jinxed it.
what did Blondie just tell you?
That she's
There we
gonna do the
go.
complete opposite. And that's gonna be a
And
GG.
GG. Artemis.
At the 117.31. GG's Artemis. Artemis on brackets, Pog. That is a Pog champ.
Very pog.
Is that Artemis?
How was?
GG's.
GG's. Very good job.
More nervous.
That was really close.
It was a pretty close race for sure, and you had a little trouble at the beginning with your pot drop storage there, but you did finally get it.
That's
And you
what
were
I
able
was
to-
nervous about.
You were
like
able
after
to
that.
you were able to catch up very quickly again. And that PG1, that was amazing. That was awesome.
I wasn't expecting that, I'll be honest. I was just like, okay, that's how this is going.
It went very well. So overall, what'd you think of your route and everything?
Bait bags suck.
Yeah, that, like I didn't get the bait bag, and like that was the most annoying part about the sea. It was like figuring out how to get into Bird's Peak Rock.
Mm-hmm. Because Bird's Peak entrance was cliff, and it was like, oh, that really sucks.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Blondie and I were really confused at the moment, and it's like, I'm very curious as to why they're not going into cliff, and then it's like, oh, that's a big manga S moment once you figured out the routing and everything for that.
Yeah, I had routed that, and then I still had like 25 minutes after I had like did the routing for this, because like besides that, it wasn't too bad. The seed wasn't that bad. Like it was like figuring out the Bird's Peak Rock situation, and then after that it was pretty easy. I felt like, but I like loaded up.
Sorry.
I just loaded up a practice file and just started grinding practice for that pot drop storage. So I'm like, I need to do this because I'm not grabbing bait bag.
Yeah, we could see your practice for the first little bit before the race actually started.
And I was doing fine there, so I was really upset when it took me like super long during the actual start. So I just thought I was behind the entire time.
We also have Shizuka in here. GG Shizuka.
Thanks.
How'd you feel about your routing and the seed and everything today?
When I entered Forbidden Woods, I was like, fuck, I don't have my grappling hook. And I choke on that. As I choked on prints when I opened the chest, I saw Goblin's letter, I saw wallet, I say, where's my bottle? I was like, I stopped for 20 seconds. And...
So is that why you had to come back for those 2 shards in Forbidden Woods, because you did not have grapple?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because me and Rick were wondering if it was on accident you forgot them, but that makes total sense now.
Yeah, that was the third trip in Forbidden Woods. Anyway.
So
But
honestly,
yeah, I think the bait bag was...
pretty
Yeah, the
out of
Bird's
the
Peak was
wall.
definitely the hardest part about this seed. Once you figured out how to route like one way or the other, like after that it was just kind of like...
Yeah, the seed
Pretty
seemed pretty straightforward, for sure.
Windfall was loaded with swords, though. Let me.
All 3 swords.
Like
two behind Picto.
To Picto box, to sword that led to another sword, and that was ridiculous.
And then Mila.
Ugh. So Windfall was definitely loaded this seed.
Yeah,
For
but, like,
sure.
it just really just had those swords, and like you just needed the one Picto box before going, just so you could get the Picto on Pompey and Vera to then get the last sword.
Definitely route stuff in so you can make as less of trips as possible to certain places, for sure. It's a big time
routing it. Yeah, I was definitely routing everywhere at the end, trying to get that ferry. But like at that point, I'm like, this is really the best I can do.
Mother and Child is the best, definitely.
Oh, did you go for your ferry?
Yeah, because I got the bottle off of the Pharaoh's Pearl, which meant having to like go to Windfall, go to Savage Entrance, get the pearl, check the mail for the bottle, warp away, warp back to save Grandma. Like so, like the ending was just kind of like loading zone, loading zone, loading zone, loading zone, loading zone.
You both visited Outset Fair at the same time, but Shizuka had his bottle already.
Yeah,
you got
I did one trip Outset.
Where
I get my wallet and get mailbox bottle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like debating what bottle I wanted to grab, and like I think I debated the wallet, but I'm like, that's another place to go.
I wanted one trip Outset, to be honest.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that definitely was a good play there. Because I ended up like, doing 3 or 4 trips to Outset. But I got Windfall in one trip, so
That's Poggies. I think I've asked all my questions. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Rick?
I mean, besides this being a pretty easy seed, were there any, like, anomalies that you possibly seen while routing this?
Come on, Melon, the uncle.
I saw command ability on ankle and I'm like, please no earth, please no wind temple, please no wind temple.
I saw that after checking the earth and the wind.
Okay, yeah, because
yeah.
I check the ankle first, and then I check the shard locations, figure out what dungeons, and I saw that there was no earth temple or wind temple. I'm like, cool. We don't need command ability. Hooray!
We don't need ankle. We don't need tingle statues.
that was pretty nice to see. I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, you hit all the baby dungeons for this seed.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that though.
Oh yeah, because that's easy routing, especially Tot G.
And most of
besides
them
floating
had like
platforms.
nothing in them.
Yeah, like most of them were almost go modable.
Yeah, like FF is just FF, but
Yeah,
you could go mode Dragon Roost. Like there's just a shard at the boss door.
and store that chest anyway, and then
Forbidden Woods just had
Forbidden
the
Woods had
detour
the
to
two shards.
Yeah.
2 shards, and then you store the bow for the big key skip. So it was like,
Yeah,
the
like-
dungeons they're the faster dungeons, and they're like super easy to get through
Mm-hmm.
with that
Yeah.
stuff.
really quick seed, honestly, all around. And
Oh yeah,
I
this is
Yeah.
this is my fastest time I've ever had. I
That
was
was-
not expecting going in today to get sub 120.
Yeah, because honestly, if you would have nailed the beginning tricks, you could have potentially kept up with Jim's time, like the PB for
The
everything
110.
going on. Yeah,
Yeah, like if I had gotten the pot drops faster, I definitely could have sub 115 this.
Definitely.
It
I
would've
believe
been-
you could have subbed 110.
That I'm not sure about. 'Cause I think, like, judging by my timer, I think I spent about 5 to 6 minutes
Yeah,
doing that. So it just would have been some other. That trick alone wouldn't have sub 110.
It was awesome though. Great time. GG's to both of you.
yeah. Both of you had really good routing, really good techniques, execution all around. Both of you did really well.
I think we're about ready to wrap it up then.
Alright, awesome. So thank you so much to our runners, ArtemisMyths and Shizuka. That was an awesome race. Thank you to our commentators, Blondie Panda and Rick the Husky. And thank you to our trackers, Cinnamon Sugar. Thank you so much for helping me get this restream going. And thank you. And with that, we're going to wrap it up here. On the schedule for ZSR later today, at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we have... Wait. I can translate because I'm in Pacific Time. That's already happened. Okay. Okay, sorry. At 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Standard Weekly Race. At 8:50 p.m. tonight, we have another Wind Waker Spoiler Log Tournament match between Parker the Panda and Ikananjin. And then at 9 o'clock, we have a Zelda 2 Randomizer semifinals match between Buzz Thunder and Rose City Saints. So that's going to be exciting. Tomorrow is pretty packed as well. We've got Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time. The Ocarina of Time Championship Series Season 3 is starting up tomorrow at 1 p.m. on ZSR. And for Wind Waker, Sunday and Monday are kind of packed. Sunday we have DJ Guapo versus Linkus 7, so that's going to be hype at 4:50 p.m. on Sunday. Then Monday we've got 3 matches. There's DJ Guapo versus Original Elijah at 2:50 p.m. Also at 2:50 we have Jay Wist versus Genofi. And at 6:50 p.m. we have Neef versus Frostbite. So look forward to those matches. I hope you all had a great time watching, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye!
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.